Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Yo, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right, roll for it. Welcome to Friday Night Quests. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Jay Jones. We're back with part 3 of our latest Velvet League adventure. And if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, we're currently at Gen Con. We're showing off our brand new board game, Mortals, which will be going to Kickstarter this October. That's October 17th. And if you happen to be there, come say hello. And if you already did that, thanks for doing that. And I'm really sure you were impressed by all our wonderful magic tricks and Mike's backflips. If you haven't seen us yet, definitely ask us to do backflips. We can absolutely do them. I swear I'm not just putting Mike on the spot. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get to the game. Previously on Friday Night Quests, the Velvet League has entered someone's mind, and now they're playing their way through a murder mystery. But the environment seems to have changed and gotten a bit more devilish. Can our heroes grok the plot and crack the case? Hopefully.
All right. Family of Silverkin, shall we powwow?
In the other room.
Sure,
Well,
yes.
hold on. Don't go too far. There's obviously been a murder
Of
my
course.
footman.
You're right. There has been a murder of the footman. Let's
Yes.
take a look at the dining room and see if anything's amiss.
Yes.
So
Is everybody in the kitchen with us, by the way?
everybody's in the kitchen right
With
now.
us. Like, there's no
Yeah.
missing people.
There's no.
I mean,
Besides
the second is
second.
not in there, and as well as no, everybody's in there. Everybody came in.
Butler.
Valet,
okay.
Colonel, all of
Okay.
them are in there.
Lord,
All right.
lady,
Lord,
countess.
lady.
So,
Countess.
from my memory, I remember not seeing the butler was in the main room when I was talking to the set. So everyone was actually really accounted for.
Well, the lights went out for 30 seconds.
Oh.
So they were all present when the body got sliced off.
Well, first we
Sliced
need
off.
to interview everyone.
But you also know that the letter's missing, but I don't.
Oh, the letter
Don't
is
know that.
missing. Well, I can't tell you that right now. I'm
No,
afraid.
no, I know.
Yeah.
So
What are you discussing
well,
over there?
we can't. We weren't having that. That was
Listen,
Mike and
I'm
Kelly.
very old. I wish to lay down. If you could all deal with all of this hobnobbery, I'll just be upstairs. This has been quite an evening. And the Countess, goes to leave and go up to a room.
Well, she can't just leave. Wait. There has been a murder, Countess. I think you need to entertain our investigation a little bit here, or you might become suspect.
Oh, goodness. Look, the little bastard got his head chopped off. Who cares?
Well,
Just climbing
question,
your way to
of
the top
course,
of suspect
becomes
list.
by whom?
Well, obviously, but you tell me that when you're concluded.
Why
all
can't
right?
you rest here? We must have a
There could be a
fainting couch.
murderer in this house, and you're going off alone into another room, and you're just fine.
You're going to split up and be murdered, my dear, unless you
Unless
feel.
she is the murderer, and she's like, no,
Right,
I'm
of
totally
course.
safe.
Listen, if someone wanted to murder me, I'm sure one of my little bastards would have done it by now. And you see the Lord kind of hang his head down, and the Colonel drinks another drink.
What, lady? Your husband's
You don't mean
a
to
bastard?
imply
Like
that-
Danny?
No, that was the Countess.
No,
Oh, I see.
just my little cute word for each of them. Isn't that right, boys?
How terribly terrible you are in so many ways.
What if we just
That's
Excuse
not-
me, listen, this room is just... It's just not my favorite right now. If we could sit back in the dining room. Excuse me, butler, if you could please clean all of this up.
No,
Gladly.
no, crime scene.
Cannot touch the body just yet. Let's go ahead and check and see what he had on his person.
Yes.
So-
Feel him up.
So all of you would need to make an investigation roll.
I've got a 24.
Oh, 17.
12.
17. 12 and 24. So, Sweeney, you do a little bit better in the investigation, and you find a couple things on him. You find some letters, some mail that he had. It looks like he also has a couple banknotes, and it also looks like he has just a couple pieces of things that he would use to like clean the table, white gloves, things like that, just on his person, but nothing incriminating to a point where it says like, "I'm gonna kill you, footman," on a piece of paper. Or
Well, I
something.
suppose it depends on what the letters
the killer.
say.
So you look in some of the letters. Do you start to open those letters, or do you?
No,
try to
not
pocket
in
those
front of
letters?
everybody. I'm gonna surreptitiously take those.
So you're gonna need to do a sleight of hand.
yeah, I figured. I'll go ahead and call that my roll. Unfortunately.
Who would want this hot
Oh,
piece dead?
18.
18.
Sorry, I have a +9 to sleight of hand. That was a lot of perception checks.
Those were pretty terrible, actually. So you do manage to pocket them.
Yes.
What about the banknotes and some of the other things on him?
Can I? Yeah, I'll, I guess again for the banknotes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Roll another.
I'm not
sleight
gonna
of
worry
hand.
about stealing the cleaning supplies. That was a natural 20 on the
My
banknotes.
goodness, you slip all. I'm not even gonna make perception checks. You just slip the rest of the things into your pocket, which is some cleaning materials.
Yeah.
As well
White
as
gloves.
white gloves, and you take some banknotes, and yeah, that's it. You
Tic-
pocket everything.
Tic Tacs.
One tic tac.
This monster. He got what he deserved, I guess.
I'm saving that for later.
Not all devils are evil, darling.
That's
Just, you know.
curious. Anyway.
Oh, I'm left-handed. Did you know?
Is that written on your character sheet?
Yes. I forgot. Oh,
I've been waiting 19.
19
I've been waiting
levels.
18 seasons to
Yep.
bring it to the forefront.
Yep. I'm left-handed. Death. Okay, we need to figure out motive first and foremost.
Is the screaming music still on?
It's in the background.
Okay.
I would
good.
think that would set us on. Are you just rocking out slowly next to it?
Just weaving.
Like you found, like finally, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can really get
I
down
like
to this.
this.
I could jam to this.
Does anyone know if the footman had any enemies?
Enemies. That means he would have to have friends, and I don't
Well,
believe
not
he has many.
necessarily.
Or he knew too much.
Or he knew too much.
Listen, the footman handles all different types of activities for us for the home. He handles our mail, tends to the bank deposits. He assists myself, and the Lord looks at the lady. Well, mostly been attending to the Lord lately. And is supposed to assist the butler. How has that been coming along? And the butler kind of, he was a slow learner, but he was showing some progress. And of course, he,
Are we talking about sexy things,
I think
Papa?
we are. I think we are, Danny.
Was anyone fucking the footman?
That's what we were talking about.
is that what you guys say out loud?
Yes.
I would like all of you to roll insight.
F word.
my-
Natural 20.
It's the third 9 I've rolled on Insight
Wow.
this game.
Izzy,
Natural
you are
20.
like the Sherlock Holmes of dreams.
Yes.
Except better at reading people.
So, Izzy, you notice immediately as Sweeney says this, you see the Lord's eyes dart immediately at the lady's eyes and like make almost like a deadly glare. It's there for a moment, but she looks away, and she looks away as if like kind of like frustrated or annoyed, not anything else. But that's all you get from that insight check.
Go to the Sweeney. What are you, Silver? Is that what we're calling you?
Silver kitten.
Silver Kitten. I go over to him and I'm like, I think the lady was hitting the horned one.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I'm in the biblical sense.
In the boudoir.
In the boudoir. In the
In the sack.
yes. Rolling
Horace,
in the hay.
while they're having this conversation,
Bangin'.
Horace, can you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Bumping uglies.
17.
17. You see out the window something move by and then come back and flutter on the edge. It's actually an owl. It looks
Oh.
like an owl with black and white feathers. It comes up to the window and hobbles up and kind of taps on the glass. No, it doesn't break. Just taps on the glass with its beak, staring at you.
Good God.
Okay.
And the owl stares at you and taps on the glass frantically, and then you quickly see the butler turn and shoo at the bird, and the bird flutters away.
Okay.
What was that? Never seen that animal on these grounds. We've got to get this place cleared. Listen, let us all get out of this ghastly scene. I'll clean this up for you, my lady. And, let me attend to this as I always have. Just please address and sit in the dining room, and we'll all discuss this.
Yes,
calmly.
let's.
I'll say to the butler, would you like me to throw rocks at that ghastly beast?
I ask that you do not. Please just leave all of this business to me. We don't need someone throwing rocks, Danny, outside. Just please stay in the dining room.
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay, well, as I get out of the kitchen, because that was the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
As I get out of the kitchen, I'm going to look at mommy and daddy, or auntie and daddy, and
True.
and go, I'm going to go throw rocks at that ghastly bird.
No, Danny.
I suggest not.
Danny.
Danny, do you go to the front to try to go
I'm
outside?
going to slowly back away.
No, I'm holding your arm. No.
Now, Izzy, you seem to...
I have
No,
an idea.
Izzy's fine.
I have an idea.
Yes.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm paying attention.
I'm here.
Everybody, eye contact. Okay. I think the butler did it. Okay, but he was under the instructions of the Lord.
Okay.
The Lord is jealous.
Because he wants to bone the footman?
Well, no, he's been boning something else. I don't know who, but I will figure that out later. But the butler is protective of the Lord because the butler's in love with the Lord, and we'll know if it is the Lord if we do let the countess go back.
I have
to her
letters
room.
that were on the guy's body. I can read those. Those might
If
shit a little
we
bit.
let the countess go to the room, that's the second person in his life that's caused him the most pain. So if she's murdered next, then it is for sure the Lord. So we should let her go to the room.
Sure.
Yes.
You left the room prior to the murder?
Oh, it's definitely not me.
I didn't think
I'd
it
like
was...
to solve the mystery.
No. But you, excused yourself. Did you have to,
Oh, I saw the second at the front door. She
shit.
says something's wrong.
What do you mean something's wrong?
Yeah, something followed us in, or was penetrated one of our minds, or possibly hers, infiltrated her labyrinth.
In our minds?
It could have been it could have been penetrated in our mind. So since we are now in our subconscious, in her mind, it came with us, or it could have been penetrated in her labyrinth, and thus it was just sitting there waiting for us. She just
Vect got into my
Yes.
mind.
Oh, then he's probably here. He's probably that owl.
Owl was white and black,
white and
like
black.
Vect's sleeves.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know that he penetrated
I
your
should
mind.
throw gravel at it.
Yeah.
No,
he-
Danny. Danny.
You should keep the doors and windows closed because he's...
Watching us right now.
Well, let's play the parts for now, but be very aware that this could fall down
Yes.
around us at any given time.
Exactly.
Looks like we were both wrong about what was happening in terms of the intrusion. It's way worse if it's him.
Maybe he's just peeping the training process and keeping tabs.
That's bad, though.
Yeah.
But also, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's like a part of him.
Yeah, that's
or like
what-
a tiny
yeah.
little piece of him.
So he would want to interfere with it, which is still also very bad.
yeah.
We are very vulnerable here. But if we solve the mystery, we get out of the labyrinth.
Yes.
So gotta do that first.
So let me
We
read
can't let
some
him interfere.
letters.
Okay,
So
do
you
that.
open up a few of the letters. A few of them, like one is in a kind of a bank notice saying, we haven't received your recent payment.
Yeah.
A second letter, essentially you open it up and it is a note from the local war corps, or essentially the army division. And the symbol on it is like a screaming devil face, and is the sigil for the army essentially. And essentially in short words, it's indicating, did you receive our previous letter? And it's addressed to the colonel, and essentially goes on to say, like, we need to discuss things further. We need to understand how things are going to move forward from here.
And the banknotes?
The banknote is a note from the local
Chase.
Hell's Way Bank, or Chase. They also operate
Same
here as
thing.
well. Saying,
Because our Chase sponsorship,
Or Bank of America. They're worse.
they're all bad.
we're just burning the bridges on all those sponsorships.
Yeah. Fuck you, Chase.
Like they
JP
burn in
Morgan.
hell.
NPIC approved.
But basically, it says, just following up, we've received regular payments. We haven't received the payments in the last 2 months. Just wanted to, essentially just following up to see if this account needs to be closed.
Super polite for devils.
Well, devils are generally pretty orderly.
Would anyone like to roll some sort of history or arcana on, I don't know, a guess at devils?
Well, that's definitely cocked.
I thought you were going to say banks. I'd be like, no, pass.
Arcana plus 11 gives me a 25.
History of devils, you said?
Yeah, or arcana, whichever one's higher.
Damn, I only rolled
17.
Okay. Izzy?
4, but I feel like I would know the most.
Well, you know a lot about demons.
You know a lot about dark, Lolth, and you know a lot about the stuff that the drow know about isn't exactly the same thing as devils, because Horace, you know a bit about it, but Sweeney, you know a little bit more. So that
Yes.
devils are much more organized and orderly.
I knew that.
And political. They're
Yeah.
very, very political.
That's true.
And they're all trying to usurp power and revenge on one another. So anything that happens to wrong one or wrong another, they take very, very seriously.
Okay.
And they take the politics of their environment very, very seriously.
Okay.
So they might have a very well and organized bank system, or they might also have a very well and organized political system or
It also
army.
doesn't exactly say what the payments are or what the payment method is. It could be souls.
Sure.
Meow. Could be boats.
It could be boats. That's also true.
Votes. Votes for women.
So those are the two things you find in the letters.
Okay.
All right.
Were those the letters that were on the table?
Those you don't know where the letter
don't know where
is that was
that
on the
one is.
table.
Okay.
That one is
But
in the butler's.
the two letters that you found on
Okay.
the body were those.
The footman's pocket.
Oh.
Locate object.
Locate object. Second level divination. Oh crap! I don't have my staff in here.
Well,
I need you to get me a fork from the table.
sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
I'm gonna go surreptitiously take a fork from the table. Oh, any preference? Salad, fondue.
Ooh, the fondue one because it's forked.
I made up the fondue. I don't know if I have that.
Grab that one. Or is there like a
Like a meat fork?
yes, like the
That's
two prongs.
Two prongs? I
Yes.
can check the kitchen.
Okay.
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 You find one.
Cool. Bring that back. Okay.
Good movement sounds.
Okay, give it. All right, here we go. Locate object. We can describe or name an object that is familiar to you. We all saw the letter, right?
Yep, we're all familiar
saw it.
with that one.
We're all familiar with it.
Yeah.
Shape and size. Okay. All right. I'm going to bang this fork on this table, and I'm going to sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of me.
Pretty good range.
Pretty good. So I think it's on the butler. He's in range.
Very possibly. I mean, it could also be on the Lord,
And this-
Lady, Colonel, Mother, or Valet.
The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once, which we have. We were
Yep.
sitting at the table. It cannot locate the object if any thickness of lead of any kind, even if it's a thin sheet, is blocking the object. All right, so let's do this. Bing.
So you go to locate the object of the letter. You can feel it in your mind. Now, when you do this, I need you to actually roll a wisdom check for me.
13.
13?
Save or a check?
Oh, just a check.
Okay.
Flat check.
Okay.
13.
13?
If it was a saving throw, it'd be much better.
So with a 13, it's not as bad. You don't get an exact location, but you know it's obviously with the people in the dining room who've now moved in there. But you feel like the direction is coming closer on. If you kind of split the tables in half, you see the colonel and the countess and the valet are closest to where the direction feels like it's coming from.
In the dining room table when everybody was sitting there, what was the order of... It was the lady was at the head of the table because the countess wanted to sit
No,
there.
Countess ended up taking the seat.
No.
didn't she?
The countess,
the lady
told her to
She
go.
held
her ground.
firm,
Yeah.
okay.
So then it went to the lady's left. What, the lord?
To the lady's right was the lord. To the lady's left was the colonel. To the left of the colonel was the countess. And then...
To the right of the Lord?
And
Would have
then
been one of us?
to the right of the Lord were you guys. So you guys were at the end of the table over there. And
colonel could have just been
up
like,
against the wall was the valet, and the butler was going to and fro.
With 10 to 30 seconds of darkness, though, anyone can do anything.
That's true.
It also may have not been the murderer.
No, might not have been.
Might have been just like, hey, I see my opportunity to take this thing. And someone else is like, hey, I see my opportunity to take this thing. Snip, snip.
And maybe the colonel thought that maybe he's trying to like.
Well, we're making a lot of assumptions about who it might be.
Well, I don't think it's the murderer who took the letter. If the letter was a call to action of war and the Lord is a pacifist.
We don't know what the letter was, though.
Oh, we don't.
We haven't seen that letter.
So as you guys are kind of like huddling and talking, you see a little blonde head pop around the corner again. You see the second kind of waving her hand over at you guys to come over.
Oh, she's tiny.
You see her this time.
Little girl, yeah.
Okay.
This lasts up to 10 minutes. So if I start to move closer to the colonel, it's just stronger.
Do you want to move towards them?
Yeah.
So as you move towards them, you actually, as you are getting closer and closer, you feel a stronger pull towards the colonel.
Aha!
I believe it was Colonel Master
in the library with the lead pipe.
with the big devil.
I'll
face.
actually go over to the second.
Hey, how are things going?
Oh, dead devil.
A devil?
Yeah, devil.
He changed something. This was supposed to be simple,
People?
just common folk, yes.
Well, not common folk. Wealthy folk.
Well, regardless, a devil.
Yeah, that's a
Few devils.
step above. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume based on how they're acting, and that this behavior did start right around the time the lights went out. The music changed, their behavior changed a little bit.
Yes, that means that
He got in through my head, didn't he?
the second looks at you.
She doesn't know that he's been.
What do you mean?
He got into my head
Do you mean when things were happening,
last night.
you think he might have... Damn it.
I
He
mean,
might have...
likely he's a step ahead
It's
of you.
something he's done before. It's, think of it like a worm or a piece of himself he can put in another's mind, much like a Trojan horse.
Mhm.
That means he's managed to penetrate my labyrinth, which means he's inside here. We can't let any more of him get in, so keep the doors
Is that an
locked,
option?
the windows closed. I mean, at this point, we
I
have
see
to
what you mean.
contain it.
Yeah, for sure.
The best option at this point is to break the loop. I don't know what
Hey,
he wants to do here, but obviously he's made things much more
She can't give
dangerous.
us helps the mystery.
Two-
'Cause it's not the same mystery.
2 questions. One, I think I know that you can't answer it, but who's the killer?
She doesn't know.
Honestly, I don't know now. For this kind of situation, I would pull you out because we would clean up the loop and we would try this again and sort things out with your mind, but the Countess was supposed to die first.
Got it.
This
Okay.
is not the same scenario anymore.
That's fine. Question 2, and I cannot believe we didn't ask it earlier. What happens if we die in the dream?
Oh yeah.
Well, like I said, these are supposed to be common folk. You're all trained warriors. I never thought it's necessarily a problem.
Right, so what happens if we die in the dream, though?
The loop continues, but it follows the narrative that the dream creates.
Oh,
so
we
if
die.
you're dead in the narrative, you are dead in the loop, and the loop perpetuates. You won't be able to leave.
Right, because we'd be dead.
We would just
In
stay
the
in this
loop.
loop until our bodies waste away.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So
The problem is I'm also tied to this loop because I'm tied to the 3 of you. So I need to get every one of you out of here or all of us are done.
And we will, because if there's one thing I love more than spiders and beavers and collecting blood and my Velvet League and my ex-boyfriend, it is solving mysteries. So we are going to solve this mystery. We're going to get out of this loop and we are going to kill what's-his-face and then,
Vect.
yeah, that dude.
Maybe we shouldn't say his name that much.
No.
It's a
Fear in
fair-
a name only blah, 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 blah.
Kev.
Hermione. There
Call
we go.
him to Kev.
We can call him Kevin because that's
Love
the
it.
least intimidating name
Yes.
that I can think of. So we are going to
Kevin?
solve
Really?
this mystery. Kevin.
Didn't Voldemort have a spell that when you say his name, it made him stronger?
It made him know where you were.
Okay.
And then you'd just be like, hey, Death Eaters, go here. Latitude
They're like, these
such and
people are
such.
talking about Voldemort.
Longitude
Blah, blah, blah.
such and such.
Yeah,
Such a doozy.
I mean, you can call him Vect. I don't think you need to call him Kevin.
Okay,
Kevin
but
is
like
not his
Dick,
real
and
name.
He's here.
He's here, but we're gonna solve this mystery first.
I don't know how his mind stuff works, but if we're in a mind and we say his name a lot, maybe he gets stronger? I don't know. Gonna stick with Kevin for now. Because also, if we say his name, we don't know how these people are gonna react.
Yes.
Listen, he's done the damage he's done. I need to figure something else out here. This is my subconscious after all, and I need to make sure and find out the extent that he has invaded it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attend to a couple things upstairs. Now, all of these guests, as this loop operates normally, have rooms and things. You can investigate them. You can investigate the home. It is
Sure.
up to you on what you go after. But I'm going to be upstairs, and I need to take care of a few things. But just stay safe, and let's solve this loop so we can all get out of here.
Cool. Izzy, you
I'm going to go into
the kitchen?
well, no, I'm gonna go invest. I'm gonna get on the Colonel's south side.
Oh, he's near the Colonel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that letter off of his person.
Well, hang on.
I don't know how.
Why don't you check his room?
No, it's on him. My
I
locate object
have-
spell is telling me that it's on him.
Yeah.
The letter's on him.
And
Who
you'll have a better
has-
chance of getting it from him.
Who has better sleight of hand?
I do. By
then-
far.
But
Yeah.
I can charm a person.
You can maybe charm a person if the spell goes your way.
Well,
I feel resistance when I try to cast spells here.
I didn't. I cast locate
No, I
object.
mean, I cast one earlier, but I felt pushback. There's a chance that it'll...
It can't hurt if I try. If I don't, it's just a level 1 spell. But
Yeah.
at least if I can charm him, I can charm him off of all of those clothes. So, let's do it. Right? I mean, if it doesn't work, then I just look like an idiot.
For sure,
Which
yeah.
is like, whatever.
Go
And
for
then
it.
we move on with our lives.
Sure.
But if not, I get him
So,
naked,
Izzy,
get
you're,
that letter.
you're going up to charm the
I'm
Colonel?
going to charm the Colonel. So
I-
he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Well, first, do you have to roll? Or is it just
You
the first
do.
time we
You
try
will.
to cast a
You will
spell?
have to make a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, a wisdom check.
21.
Okay. So wisdom saving throw.
No, that's just a
No,
check.
for him.
Oh, yeah.
Wisdom
Wisdom
saving
saving
throw.
throw for you. Yeah.
Got a 17.
Nope. Not high enough.
Then he failed.
Haha.
So what does this do?
So I can attempt to charm a humanoid I see within range. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Okay.
I'm going to check his room.
You're going to go check the Colonel's room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to the room. Horace, are you going to do anything?
I'm going to try to look like a well-behaved young boy.
Okay.
You look suspicious.
We could maybe,
Very-
You're
chase
just
down...
going to stand there and just be like,
Danny, are you sick?
we do have a ticking clock on this. Do you want to
Oh.
maybe, like...
Okay, so I overheard you guys talking about the letter and the Colonel's...
We assumed you were in that conversation.
Yes. Now I know not to go chasing the owl.
Yeah.
You can go spy on the Countess.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, she
So
went up...
everybody's in the dining room, right? Or she went up to her room.
She went up to her room, right?
We let her, yeah.
Is that
who?
right?
did
The
she?
Countess?
Yeah.
No, she's still in the dining room.
Oh.
Everyone's still in the dining room.
Okay. Well, I think I should stay in the dining room and hear what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
so the Colonel, the Countess, and the valet are together. On the other side, there's the Lord, Lady, and the butler.
Butler's in the kitchen cleaning up the body.
Yes, that's true.
So I'll stay in the room and just listen. I'll eat my dinner.
Okay.
Has anything about the dinner changed?
No. Oh, you mean you're looking
It's
at the food?
colder.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so most of the plates were cleaned for the next meal, and the meal is sitting on the dining room table covered with those big metal,
Cloche.
what are they called?
I think it's a cloche.
Cloche? Sure. A bunch of cloches are on top
How
of those
do you
plates.
know that?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
But yes, there's a bunch of cloches on top of those plates. You can't see what the food is.
Okay. Am I allowed to take one off and look underneath?
You can
Do
go
it.
to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Is it
So
a
you go to
featherhead?
lift the plate, and
Cloche.
you go to lift the cloche, and the cloche lifts off.
Yeah.
You see underneath are eyeballs.
Oh.
With you see like tentacle-like creatures weaving through alive underneath, and quickly a hand slaps your hand down and closes the cloche, and it's the butler. What are you doing, little boy?
I'm hungry.
Well, you can eat your dessert shortly. I just ask that everyone sort out this whole murder business first. Is that okay for you, young man?
I suppose, but I have ADHD and I'm going to need something to distract me.
All right, hold on. And he lifts the plate and grabs one of the eyes and pulls it out and hands it to you. You can have one little treat, just don't tell anyone. Go on.
I'll put it in my mouth and be like, it's just a dream. It's just a dream.
So
my
you
God.
slowly chew and eat what is most definitely an eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just a dream. I've done this in a dream before.
And it tastes just awful.
Oh.
Weird. I would think it would taste like an oyster.
I would think it would taste like whenever I lick somebody's eyeball.
I think I forgot that Jay's favorite Indiana Jones movie is Temple of Doom.
Yeah. A monkey, a brain.
Hold on a second. Not my favorite
Oh, I'm
Indiana
sorry.
Jones movie.
Is it?
Let me just correct that
I'm sorry.
statement.
But you like it.
He likes
I think that movie's fun.
Crystal Skull way better.
Yeah,
than
that's
Temple of
my
Doom.
favorite. Truly.
Get out.
Oh, boy.
I prefer Crystal Skull to Temple of Doom. Hot take.
Ooh.
You are incorrect.
Temple of Doom is a really bad movie.
It's very
I
racist.
know, it's so bad. Okay.
It's quite racist.
Colonel,
Yes.
I'm scared.
Well, I don't want you to be scared.
I'm so scared. There's a murderer in here.
Don't worry, I've been on the front lines plenty of time. I'll keep you safe, of
And
course.
wait, you left the room, right?
Yeah, I'm checking his room.
My husband's useless against scary situations like this. I'd feel much more safer if you were on my arm.
Oh, well, of course, my dear, please. I'm happy to take care of you. Just stick by, and he slides his bulking arm
not
under
take it
yours.
Ripped and ripped.
Ripped.
Maybe you can take care of me in another room.
Well, I feel like, listen, murder has always gotten me.
Going there.
Certainly,
I bought a ticket.
Not his, though.
certainly in the mood, but well, I guess if we're quick about it. And he slips with
Yes.
you into another room.
Wow.
Okay.
Hopefully not his room.
No, we're in like the downstairs area.
Are you
still.
pulling him into? Because
Yes,
he was
'cause-
walking towards
No,
the
no, no.
stairway to go to his room.
No. I would. Let's do it among the great literary writers of our age. It's good to know that their words are surrounding us as you surround me.
So you pull him into
The library.
The library.
Yes. I love
So
books.
I mean,
I love books. Books are great.
let's not wear our masks as we do. And he waves his hand over his body to kind of relieve this mask that he has, and you see the Colonel in his true form.
Which
You see big, great red wings that were wrapped around him like a cloak curl out and expand around him. His size almost looks like he's about 8 to 9 feet tall now. His body is thick with muscles and scales and red scales coating down his body. You see big red horns coming off the top of his head. He looks menacing.
And sexy.
hot.
And hot. Hot devil.
Did a letter float to the ground?
Yeah.
Perhaps?
Did I see a letter at all? Peel away as he shed his mask.
Oh, as he shed his mask?
and his visage.
Yes, you did see anything on his person would have cascaded down to the floor, and you see a light letter float down and nestle on the floor. But he's coming to you very quickly.
That's cute. Hot devil sex. Then I'll get the letter.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
In that order. Yes. Because I wouldn't want to yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So hot devil sex.
Hot devil
Wow.
sex.
And we cut away.
I do have to do
as
sleight
the-
of. I do have to do sleight of hand though to get that letter on the way out.
But make
Sure.
him
Oh, I
tired.
thought you were going to say for that hot devil sex, he's going to do some sleight of
Sleight
hand.
of hand.
Here, if you really exhaust that guy, maybe you can get advantage on it.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Roll for performance, please.
Holy shit. Well, good for you. It's a dream. You're allowed to fuck devils.
I'm so excited. 21.
Oh, yeah. You fucked the shit out of that devil.
Yes.
And he's
And that's how it's done.
So we cut away.
Kelly's just winning D&D all over the day.
Yeah.
And this is, I guess, how those murder mysteries should have gone, apparently.
Yeah, this
yeah.
sounds like
I'm
a
having
Poo
a
Poo
great
Bosalis novel.
time.
This really does, actually.
As he's surrounded with his throbbing arms and throbbing penis
Is it 4?
and
I hope
throbbing
so.
eyeballs.
Is it forked?
It's important.
It's a devil.
So we cut over to...
Don't swallow, just fire ants.
Jeez.
I am half drow, so this is kind of a lot of like my
it's
picture
normal.
books growing up.
Yeah.
The picture books.
Yeah.
All right,
Hot
so we
red
cut over
daddy.
to Sweeney. What are you... You said you're making your way to the Colonel's room.
Yeah.
So you're in the Colonel's room, and in here you see a bed, see a desk, a fireplace, and a cabinet. Where are you going to investigate?
Bed, desk, fireplace, cabinet. Desk first.
So you go to the desk.
Gather them up in a pile and investigate them all at once.
There you go.
Yes, game the game.
So roll an investigation.
That's
Whoa, that was...
Don't say you rolled
Perfect.
a 1.
no, it's oh my god.
It's like you spilt your grape juice all over the letters.
I cannot
Tripped
roll
over your
not
shoelaces.
cocked. There we go. That wasn't cocked. I kept rolling on top of my other dice.
I know who was cocked, though.
Y'all
25.
just jealous.
So 25 investigation on the desk. You uncover a lot of different letters around like military tactics and things like that, but nothing that seems out of the ordinary or particularly different for somebody of his status and his position.
Okay, I'll check all of them.
So
I'm
I'd
gonna
like you to do just a general investigation check.
I can do one for each.
Sure.
We'll say black for the bed, dark blue for the fireplace, and then this one will be the closet, I guess.
Or the cabinet.
I'm in the
Cabinet.
closet.
Okay, cabinet got a 10, 16 on the fireplace, and then a 24 on the bed.
The bed with a 22, you don't notice too much. It's a bed. He's been sleeping on it.
Do I know?
Is it a Casper mattress?
It doesn't... Sorry, what was your question?
I was gonna say, can I tell like what sort of creature he is, or was that not affected by the?
I wouldn't say by
programming?
the investigation. No, not really.
Okay.
There's
Fair
a
enough.
picture of him and Ronald Reagan, and he's in devil form.
Yeah. Classic.
Ronnie the devil.
But what you do find peculiar when you're investigating all these places, and you rolled well enough to see and notice something burning up in the back of the fireplace. It looks like paper. It looks like a letter of some sort.
Mage hand that out of there.
Fish it out. Well, please roll a wisdom check.
7.
So you pull it, and it shuffles a little bit closer to the fire and catches a little bit more.
Ah!
Would you like to
Reaching
try?
with my regular hand.
All right. You are going to have to do that very carefully. So roll a wisdom check first.
Well, I'm just regular hand. Is that?
Oh, I know. No, but you're trying to be a little bit more cautious, I assume.
Yeah,
This isn't just like walking and looking.
just 12.
12? That's enough. So you manage to get your hand around, not get burned, pull the letter out, blow off some of the fire so that it cools, and open it up.
I tamp it down.
You open the letter, and you
Uh-huh.
look at what wasn't burned. You can kind of glean from it that the colonel has been discharged. This is a letter
Gross.
of discharge.
Sorry.
We have documented all of your discharges. And this is a full
One more coming today.
full audit. So he has been discharged officially from the army.
Can I tell if it was honorable or dishonorable?
It was a dishonorable discharge.
Oh.
Naughty.
For the crime of fucking too many humans.
And for being
Just a
old.
hot ass. For being old.
Fucking humans and being old. That's how my grandpa got discharged.
Sir, you're just hitting too many bitches with your silver fox self. We're gonna need you to get on.
And you're old.
And you're old.
Let's not beat around the bush here. It's the latter.
I feel like that's what every general aims for.
Yeah.
Why'd you get let go? I was too old and too many people.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Damn right.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Just
So-
won the army.
So that's what you find in the letter. And that's all there is.
All right. Well, that was
That's good.
cool. I'm gonna excuse myself from the room and I guess check someone else's room.
What an investigator.
Started looking around.
Just going into people's rooms.
Detective, what are we going to do next?
I'm just gonna go look in like another place. I think
Whose else's rooms is what's up?
there's like things in like places.
So as you leave the room, the butler's there. Excuse me, what are you doing in the colonel's room?
Yeah, fuck the butler.
Butler. He's the actual murderer, and I just got his accomplice downstairs, but you don't know that.
You're making
yet.
a lot of assumptions.
That's true. That is true.
My good sir.
Just kiss them.
As you're fucking the devil, he's like, "Why are you screaming? Fuck the butler!"
It's just what I do.
All right.
Oh, fuck the butler!
It's an expression.
I mean, she's really good, but
Yeah.
she always says "fuck the butler" when I have sex with
Butler.
her.
It's kind of that one little tick, but I mean, everything else
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yes, Butler, I'm afraid that this whole event has made me faint.
And or horny.
Are you going
I'm
to
gonna just
pretend?
drop on the ground.
So you're gonna have to roll for deception.
Yes. Poor second. We are just in her brain.
I got a 26.
Yeah.
So
He believes that you have succumbed to faintery and have passed out onto the floor.
Who damn, who succumbed to faintery?
The poor man's succumbed to the faintery. So he, Superman style, picks you up and carries
While
you
he does that, I'd
out
like
into
to
the
try to
dining
pick
room.
his pocket.
Okay.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
Sneaky Papa.
That's
Is that a
not,
natural one?
that's not really cocked enough for me to say it was
No,
Yeah,
that's a
it hit-
natural
it hit
one.
A bunch of those fours over
Yeah,
there.
but it's happened a couple times today.
So as you do that, you essentially reach into his pocket to pick his pockets, and your hand just stays there. And he just assumes that you are just tired and just moving your hand around.
Getting
I mean, that was a
comfy.
natural one.
Molesting
Oh, well, it
him.
was a natural one. So he gets surprised and then
Yeah.
drops you on the floor.
I'm afraid the vapors have gotten to me. I'm gonna kiss you now.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna kiss him.
No, hold on. Are you just going to try to kiss him? What has happened? All right, so
Roll for it. Roll
roll for
performance.
kiss. You got to roll for a performance. I believe that's
I would
a
use
3.
a different dice.
Well,
'cause
hold
you're
on.
unlucky with that
No,
one.
I've used this dice since I started playing D&D.
Well, you have like 3 of them though.
Yeah, I know. Performance, it's a 6.
Yeah, you miss.
Oh, sweet.
You missed the kiss?
Yeah, you go in to kiss him. You're still in Superman, like, you're getting up from the floor because he dropped you. And you go up and you just, like, lightly kiss the bottom right-hand corner of his chin.
That's hot.
Worth it.
Wink.
His eyes are wide. I'll see you back in the dining room. And he goes back and just leaves the area.
That went better than it could have.
Now investigate somebody else's room.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so let's come back to Horace. What are you doing? Are you still just hanging out in the dining room?
Yeah, I am checking out the gramophone. I'm trying to listen in on if they're talking about anything that because you know how like adults will talk about things for
Yeah.
the kids because they think kids are dumb.
That's true.
So I'm kind of keeping a giant ear open. I actually literally am using my ear opener.
Put Horace in there.
Oh, that's right.
Or Doris in there.
Yeah, I used Doris to like carve out a little more room.
Oh, my God.
No, please don't do
We
that.
are in a dream world.
This will help me hear.
If I create another ear hole, I'll hear
Double.
You can do that thing that Native Americans do in movies, where you
Yeah.
put the knife into the table and hear the vibrations, so you can hear better.
So I can hear the train
Why?
coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
So you're listening.
Yes.
You see a couple people
conversation.
like huddled up in conversations. You see the butler kind of come into the room, who's a little bit flustered
Okay.
by something that's transpired that you haven't seen.
Okay.
You see the Countess and the lady talking in the corner.
Can I kind of like scooch over?
Scuttle up. Can you
Yeah.
roll a perception check for me
Yeah.
to listen in?
Yes. Just me and my fidget spinner. I rolled a natural 20.
You did. You rolled a natural 20.
Natty bad boy.
Hot damn.
Natty bad
hot
boy.
You hear all of this
I know.
conversation.
I hear even-
So there's like dumb kid.
Okay.
So you listen in, and to give you the gist of the conversation, because role playing with myself is weird. So
I demand that you do all 3 voices.
oh, perfect. Here we go.
No, go ahead.
So the Countess and the lady are talking to one another, and you
Okay.
get the gist of the conversation is the Countess is kind of almost poking fun at the lady for having another scandal at her home. That, again, another poor boy fell victim to the dangers of this home. And that it seems like, something else has happened, just like, and you hear the words, the gardener. And the lady, you rolled 20, natural 20, from your perception, roll insight for me with advantage because of your perception check.
Okay. Why is that little boy staring at us?
Oh, he's stupid and a child. He can't hear.
17. Oh, wait. Yeah, 17.
So you hear that the lady is getting very defensive about comments around the gardener, even more so than the comments around the footman. And she seems very uncomfortable about the conversation, and the Countess is just, sounds like she's relishing poking at the lady about this.
Okay.
And that's all you hear in that conversation.
Are there any like suits of armor or weapons or anything?
So you do see some weapons adorning a fireplace in like this, in kind of the lounge nearby.
Okay.
Do you want to go check those out?
Yes.
As you pass by, you see the butler and the lord are now exchanging conversation. You see the butler's kind of whispering about something to the lord, and the lord looks.
He tried to kiss me and missed.
But you see the lord speaking very specifically, very firm to the butler. Looks like almost scolding him in a way, and the butler looks defensive. Roll perception check for me.
Okay. 15.
So you don't get the full gist of what's being said, but it sounds like the lord is asking the butler what's going on, and can the butler tell him if this does have something to do with something else? The butler is sounding very defensive, and the lord is kind of asking for answers. But you pass by and you go into the lounge, and there over the fireplace you see two big broadswords adorning above it. These swords are etched in abyssal-like sigils, and they look pretty badass. So that's what you see up there.
I'm going to grab one.
Okay.
See, wouldn't they be
You would
infernal
have-
symbols?
They also might be, artifacts
It's
from a
also
war.
a
That was
dream.
one.
Interesting.
So, essentially you go to pull it off. I'm going to need you to do this would be more or less a sleight of hand, I would say, check.
Okay.
To try to get it, because it is embedded in an actual piece.
Okay. 14.
14. So, you get it off. You make a little bit of noise as you pull it off, and you hear somebody walking into the lounge. Do you do something with it? Do you hide it?
No, I just look at it like I'm a little boy that found a sword.
The butler comes in. What are you doing?
This poor guy.
I found a neat thing.
That's not for you. That's supposed to be up above. Can you give that to me, please? I'll put it back.
Daddy says everything's for me.
Well, your father needs just... your father needs to know what he wants, all right?
Anyone?
Listen.
All right, I hand the sword back to him.
All right, so you hand the sword to him. He goes and stands up and puts it back.
I think I need a spanking for what I did.
I'll let your father deal with that. Thank you very much. And the butler turns and walks out of the room.
Dream me's different.
Horace is getting some weird age play.
Dream us are all different.
It's my chance to shine.
Yeah,
So-
you're doing really good. It's good. It's really good. Come back to me.
We cut back to Izzy.
Oh, God.
Just
Smoking a cigarette.
post-coital. This big-ass devil has just taken up the majority of this room, just laying on the floor.
They can say
Because you guys are in the library.
Yeah.
You're not in the bed or anything.
No, we're in the library on the desk.
There are books all around you. And you guys have kind of made this lounge lay area out of books.
Oh,
And
so many paper cuts.
so many paper cuts.
Like Margot Robbie.
I just feel like I can really talk to you, you know?
It's because you can. And I move my hands over my head, and since I'm a level 19, I can cast alter self at will. And I create horns just like his around me.
And this isn't at will. This isn't like a spell.
it's just
or
at
anything.
will. It
Okay.
just stays.
All right.
It was a level 18 thing, but I didn't.
I'm going to
use
ask
it.
you to do a wisdom check, but you can do it with advantage.
Do you want a 16 or a natty 20?
Natty 20 sounds pretty good,
There
so
we
you
go.
can make that look like whatever you want.
So I make it look much like him.
Okay. So you're matching his
matching him.
physique and style. Oh, I didn't know that you were of...
Shh. We need to be secret about it.
Of course.
My husband doesn't know.
He doesn't?
No, of course not.
Really? My goodness.
Yes.
That is quite interesting relationship you have with your husband.
I get a lot of rumors about me.
Well, he's an interesting fellow. But I need to confide with you in here, and I'm glad we have this private moment. We can't stay too longer because people will suspect.
Of course.
I am missing certain information, and I've been out of the loop for a long time regarding this war. As you know, my husband is on the side of the humans.
What?
I need to know how we are faring.
Well, we're faring just fine. Just, killing and maiming and all of that. Of course, my regiment and my men are performing at apt ability always.
I'm so relieved to hear.
Yes, would you like a drink or something? I can get you something, right? You thirsty or anything?
I'm parched, but we need to return back to the dining room. I'm going to do my sleight of hand and try to grab that letter
as
I'm putting my dress stuff back
okay.
on. Pray, because my sleight of hand is shit.
But what a way to try, though.
Come on, purple die.
Win or lose.
15?
That's enough to get it. Yes! What if all of this ended with just you just went and fucked this guy in a room? No letter. But you do manage to get the letter.
Yeah, so okay.
So you
put my dress
pull it
back
up with your
on.
dress.
I shove it under one of my garters. I give him a wink, and then I leave.
And you leave him in there?
Clap hands, horns gone, wings gone.
You look back to
and
normal.
Then give him a wink, and then I leave.
And then he wraps his wings around himself like a cloak, and his visage returns to that of the colonel before.
The library is clear. There's nothing in there.
It does stink of sex, however.
And brimstone.
Oh, Danny.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. The Velvet League will return next Friday for part 4 of this adventure. And hey, remember, if you haven't said hi to us and you happen to be at Gen Con, please tweet at us or hit us up on Instagram. We will be around demoing our game, and we'd love to see you. This episode included music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Photos and character art can be found in the show notes on partialart.com. And while you're there, why not check out some of our other podcasts, including Roll to Seize, where myself and Andrew Dickinger discuss the absolute madness of Warhammer 40k. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all under the handle Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.